I saw this tweet, right? It says, I have a friend that borrowed money from me, about 500k.
Okay.
Right? I asked her severally to refund, but she didn't. After 6 months, she then said that she could only afford to refund 100k out of the 500k.
Okay, this is getting interesting.
And she was going to send me my 100k, but then she sent 1 million. She added an extra 0.
Okay, I think I know this. I know where this is going.
And then since then, she's been calling my phone, sending me messages like, World War II is about to happen, or World War III, my money is in your account. What would you do if you were in the friend's position, the owner of the money, right?
Okay.
Would you return 500k? Would you return 900k? Would you not return anything at all? I'll turn off my phone for 2 months. Picture this. You're out with your squad, you're laughing, you're enjoying the vibes, and then the waiter brings the bill, right? Do you split the bill evenly? Or do you drop hints about who had extra jollof, steak, or maybe a couple of mimosas? Today, we're going to be discussing about how you can nurture friendships and show up for your loved ones, even when your accounts don't match. And who are we going to be talking to today? It's the wonderful Eno Izamo. Hi, Eno.
Hi.
Yeah. So just give us like a brief run through. Who's Eno?
Okay. My name is Eno, like you already heard. I'm a fun-loving girl, easygoing, no power for stress, like a soft life as much as possible. I'm very ambitious too.
Yeah.
And
Power
I've heard
woman.
I'm loyal as well.
Yeah,
so
she is.
yeah. So that's me in a nutshell.
Amazing. Okay, so today we're talking about friendships. Let's just go straight into it.
Sure.
Who's your oldest friend and where did you meet?
My oldest friend. Okay, my oldest friend right now would be Precious.
Okay.
We met in university.
Right.
We went to Delta State University together, and we're in the same faculty. And uni days. That was like 2011, thereabout.
Nice. I don't think I have anybody. I don't think I have anyone I've
Friend
had
from
like
uni.
from uni or from. No, I don't. Maybe one or two, but mostly from work now and church. Okay. What's the most you've spent, or what's the most amount you've spent celebrating each of your friends? And did you regret it afterwards when you saw your bank statement? Now, let me just give some context, right?
Okay.
So I read a survey and it said that about 50% of people go into debt because of how much money they spend trying to keep up with their friends. And about 80% of these guys do not tell their friends when they are in debt. Yeah, so talk to us.
I can make sense of not wanting to share that, but I feel like it's something that is important to talk about in friendships. How much have I spent the most? I can't remember off the top of my head, but recently I think I spent about somewhere around 80k on a friend's wedding, just to gift them for their wedding.
Nice.
Well, I'm not sure I broke the bank because I mean, I had planned for it. Like, it was something I had planned for, and I wanted to support them in that way. So it didn't break the bank, and it was intentional.
Interesting. You know what's funny, right? We'll have friends, and then maybe sometimes our friends want to get married.
Yeah.
And we probably made a commitment to ourselves that this year I'm not going to buy any
Spend money on
Ashwebi or do
Ashwebi,
anything. And before
bro.
you know, this person just comes and like, my friend, what am I going to do? Are they going to feel bad?
Yeah.
How else can I support them? And then before you know it, people are then going into debt, or they are trying to spend more than they can afford because they're trying to keep the friendship and they don't want to come off as, you're always
Not
like,
supportive.
yeah, exactly, not supportive. Okay, that's interesting to know. Now, so we find ourselves in situations where, for some people, cash is nothing. For some people, they're struggling, right? Have you ever had to navigate envy or jealousy within like a friendship due to disparities in financial status? Now, let me give you maybe let's back it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you met pressures from when you were in school.
Mm-hmm.
And when you said that, something just struck in my memory. You know, when you're in school, all of you have the same goals.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
You just want to finish well.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be the best student in class, you know, and then you're all chummy. You want to wake up together, do everything together. And before you know, you're out of school, you do NYSC, and then you start to work. You're earning more than your friend. Then that relationship now kind of, it hits maybe like a rough patch, because somebody can no longer be as available because maybe they're busier than the other friend because they're earning more. Right? I just wanted to give like that context. How, you know, in times like that, there's always the likelihood that there might be envy, there might be jealousy. It's going to take maybe a number of, maybe if these guys are mature, or maybe they fought and they've seen that, okay, you know what, these things are always going to happen. Maybe we need to look onto better things.
Okay.
You know, how do you navigate that? Have you ever been in that situation where, you know, you're envying your friend because, you know, they're in this level now, or you're jealous of this person because you're in this level now? Or maybe let me flip it. Maybe you've never been in that situation. Maybe somebody else has been in that situation because of your journey, you know, in life. Talk to us.
Okay, so I can't picture a moment when I've been jealous of my friend or they being jealous of me. What I can think of right now is that as friendship grows and as time passes, people change and people tend to like develop, people tend to have newer goals, newer ambitions, and sometimes that can take a toll on the friendship. And you'd see sometimes that you just naturally drift. Like I have a couple of friends from uni that I probably don't talk to anymore, and it's just because we're now different people. And it doesn't mean that I'm a bad person or they're bad people. It just means that our goals are different now. And sometimes even location can be a factor in that. And people just drift apart, right? So that's something that might probably, maybe financial status might contribute. But I don't think that I can point to a point right now where financial status or financial goals have been the reason why a friendship drifted apart or something of that nature. So yeah, I can't speak so much to that right now.
But if you ever knew someone who was in that situation, what would you tell the person?
Well, I feel like I feel like it's normal to maybe feel like you're behind or feel like you're ahead or stuff. I feel like it's important to understand yourself and also understand your friends, right? It's very easy to just get to that point where you're feeling like, this person has more money than me, they might not pay attention to me anymore. That might not be the case. It might just be that they've gotten busier and they don't even have like a hold on their own time and they're trying to like manage stuff, right? So if there is a way to communicate, I would say do that and try as much as possible to keep in touch, understand your friend really, understand their personalities really, and then just move on with that.
So a follow-on question to that would be, in such situations, there's the communicate, there's the understand your friends. For some people, it's not very easy.
I agree.
Would you say that at that point it's time to let the friendship go and, you know, focus on people who are within the same goal bucket as you?
I don't know that you would always be in the same. You and your friends will also always be in the same financial space, right? There might be times where you're doing better and there might be times where they are doing better. I feel like solid friendships would thrive if they have made like the foundation really, really solid. If I know that, my friend is doing well now, but they will not make me feel small, or I'm doing well now and I won't make my friends feel small. If I can have that understanding, I just need to just keep striving to get better at my own finances, or just find a way to help my friends if I can, as much as possible, because you really don't want to be the richest friend. It becomes a liability at some point.
I want to be the richest friend, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, so in the context of that, what I mean is you don't want to be the one who is always ahead.
Right.
You want to
You want
always
to carry
carry
every
your
people-
friends
yeah,
along,
yeah.
right? You want to always like be in a position where you can guide your friends. If you find an opportunity, I want to be able to say my friends can handle this, right? If they are in a position to point opportunities my way, they should be able to say, oh, I know that Eno can do this and she
Right.
deserves this opportunity. So I
Right.
don't want to be in that position where I'm the richest and if anything is a problem, I'm the first person they're gonna call, right? It can become a problem, and that can also put strain on the friendship.
Right.
So it's important that everybody is doing their best to move forward financially.
Okay, so you said something about building a strong foundation, but then how do you know what to build? And I'm saying this because for a number of us, friendship happens on us, right? It's different when you're more advanced in your career, in your life. You know that, okay, at this point in my life, I need to be friends with this type of people. These are the goals I'm trying to achieve. These are the kind of places I'll find these people. But for some of us, for a lot of us, our friends are from way back. They just, oh, I like you. Like, I like you. I think we don't even say, can you be my friend?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, just my
Well,
friend.
you're
I
just
call
my
you once
friend.
or twice.
Don't
You're
do
my
it
friend.
two-way, you're my friend. You know, how do you then know how to, move from that and build like a strong foundation such that if tomorrow my net worth is 50 billion naira, my friend's net worth is 20 million naira, we can still function within the same space. We can still be friends who support each other.
Yeah, so really, really valid. I agree that we just became friends, man. I can point back to even friends I make now. We just like have one conversation and we connect,
Right.
and we just like, I like this person. I want to be friends with this person, right? Building the foundation really is just trying to understand your own values. What is important to you? What are the things that you want as a person?
Right.
And you might not like have a full picture of that. You tend to like grow and these things change over time. But as it changes, continually have those conversations. I mean, some of my friends are married now, but we're still good friends, right? And it's not because they haven't changed or I haven't changed. It's because we're consistently communicating, consistently in tune with each other, right? Understanding what I want, understanding what they want, seeing how well we can help each other achieve or what we all want. Because of course we don't all want the same things,
Right.
but we have like a meeting ground where, I want to be great at my career. I want to have a wonderful family. I want to have beautiful kids, right? There is that baseline. How we go about achieving those things differ, right? But we have like a base value system that is similar across board. So building that sense of value, building that strong value system really is what would keep your friendship over time.
So, but do you build this value together or do you build it individually?
Of course, your values, you have to have your own personal values, right? You then identify these values in other people, right? Yeah. So I know that, I want X, right? Integrity is important to me, for instance. Loyalty is important to me, for instance. I can see that from my friends. I can identify these traits. I can identify when something is off. And I can easily call it out. If I can't easily call it out in my friendship, then there is a problem, right? So being able to call out good things and also, call out bad things when I see them. If I have that safe space in my friendship, I feel like that's great enough.
So going by your response,
Right.
it means that you do not think that friends need to have similar financial values and goals in order to maintain a strong bond?
So, we can have similar values, right? It might not be exact, right? I know that I want to plan for my future.
Right.
I'm also, as I'm planning for that, I'm having that conversation with my friends to say, I know of this investment that will help us build for our kids, even though we don't have them yet, but we can start planning towards that.
Right.
I've heard of this business that makes sense. What do you think about it? We can have those conversations. And this is why I said communication is very, very important. We need to be able to talk about these things. am I able to talk to my friends about money? Am I able to tell them that, oh, I'm having a bit of a rough patch right now. I feel like I need to do something to maybe upskill just so I can earn better, right? Having those conversations is very important. So maybe not exact goals, but it should be, I feel like it needs to be similar. It needs to be similar for us to really work together, because I mean, if we don't agree,
can we really work together?
We can't really work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have one final question. It now depends. Maybe that final question will lead to another final question.
Right.
But I just want to speak on this. I saw this tweet, right? It says, I have a friend that borrowed money from me, about 500K.
Okay.
Right? I asked her severally to refund, but she didn't. After 6 months, she then said that she could only afford to refund 100K out of the 500K.
Okay, this is getting interesting.
And she was going to send me my 100K, but then she sent 1 million. She added an extra zero.
Okay, I think I know this. I know where this is going.
And then since then, she's been calling my phone, sending me messages like, World War II is about to happen, or World War III. My money is in your account. What would you do if you were in the friend's position, the owner of the money? Right? Okay. Would you return 500K? Would you return 900K? Would you not return anything at all? I'll turn off my phone for 2 months.
So loans in friendship, in fact, loans in general is a very interesting conversation I like to talk about. But I'm not going to go into details, right? To answer your question, maybe I should just drift a little. A bit. Personally, I have like a philosophy not to loan more than I can manage, right? Loan more than I can let go. I feel like a lot of people are embracing that culture right now. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. You need 500K. I can only afford to give you 100K now, so that in case something happens, I will not have high BP. Yeah. Right. But I've also, like in my friendships, I've been in situations where I've learned way more than that. And
I think it also depends on the person.
Yeah, it really depends on your relationship with the persons involved, right? If you know the person and you understand what they're doing with the money, and you know that they'll be able to pay back, right? I can have that conversation to say, oh, I'll loan you this money. I've actually been in positions where we've had conversations. If you can confidently tell me this is what I want to use the money for, and I can make sense of it, I'm happy to loan you the money if I can afford it. Right. But in this case, I feel like there's a problem. There's a fundamental problem with this friendship.
Foundational problem.
Very, very foundational. Like, I'm loaning you money. We had a conversation about it, and you're telling me in 6 months you're going to give me back my money. But then in 6 months or in a few months, you're telling me it's only 100K on top of my money, bro. Like, I'm not understanding. I'm not really getting it. But really, if I were in this lady's position, I would refund just 500K. I will take my 500K
my money back
and refund you your money, and probably
at that point we let go of the friendship.
This friendship is not going anywhere, bro.
It's been real.
It's been real, very real. Not experiencing that anymore.
Okay. I think I'll do that, but I don't know. I probably want to. I'll turn off my phone for
a bit. Show a pepper, small pepper.
I thought you said okay, yeah, send your account. I'm refunding. Then after I refund, probably block you. Bye.
I mean, sometimes some people need that.
Yeah, they need that sometimes.
Yeah,
they need
it's
that
very,
sometimes.
very bad in discipline.
I feel you. I've been in similar situations, not like this. I only give out what I'm willing to let go. Except I know that this person probably has this money, but they cannot access it right now.
At that point,
yeah, I know they will give me back, and then I'll just lend them the money. Yeah. I think that's about it. Let me try and recap. So you mentioned something about personal values, building a strong foundation, having conversations with yourself and being honest with yourself. Something is not going right, be able to speak about it. If you can't speak about it, then you're probably not supposed to be friends with this person. What else? And be an all-around good person.
Yes, very, very important.
At the end of the day, be an all-around good person. Your values speak to this. Are you a person of integrity, or you guys are just there because
just vibing?
Vibing.
We don't care about tomorrow.
I think it's been a very interesting conversation. So if you're watching, You probably should do more for your friends. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
If you want to lend them money, you already said it. Only give out what you can afford to let go. Plan for your friendships the same way you know save money, same way you invest money. It's important to also put money aside to say, you know what, I want to hang out with my friends, or this person needs something. Maybe I can help out somehow. Or maybe you don't have money. Support maybe with your presence. Do something. You can probably do something with your hands, and you can help to spend some other way. Be there for your friends, right? Because we really cannot do life alone, guys.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Thank you so much, Enno. It's been
Thanks,
amazing
Coast.
talking to you. And yeah, make sure you watch, comment, stream, share to your friends, and of course
Yeah.
download Cowrywise. I mean, I don't need to say that, do I? Bye.